for your loss. I know it's not your wife, but it's somebody you're in a relationship with, and you're in a weird spot because now you have to go home and pretend like...
A trail of cryptic messages all lead to an unthinkable crime.
Why Huey would grab that gun without your knowledge?
No.
There's no way?
This is a murder mystery like no other. What if the mastermind wasn't who you expected?
I'm trying to be like man to man, honest with you. I'm trying to eliminate you as a suspect, and doing suspicious things between here and there could hurt you.
And the killer was a mere pawn in a deadly game. With 6 lives lost and a haunting question left behind, can you connect the dots before the video ends?
Romeo, please, anybody here? Romeo, please, anybody here?
Body.
Welcome to the channel, where we dive into the most mind-bending murder mysteries that shock the world. In today's story, brutality takes center stage, leaving unanswered questions. Let's piece this puzzle together. Don't miss a single detail of this jaw-dropping case. Hit subscribe to join us on this investigation. Give this video a thumbs up if you love solving mysteries, and share your theories in the comments, because together we uncover the truth. The Bartolomé Rolón family had just settled into their new home. In April 2023, they moved to Romeoville, Illinois, ready to make new memories. Zoraida Bartolomé, 32, and Alberto Rolón, 38, were proud parents of 2 boys, aged 7 and 9, and shared their home with 3 loyal dogs. Neighbors described them as polite, hardworking, and kind. Zoraida worked in quality control at a manufacturing plant in Lombard during the day. Meanwhile, Alberto worked the night shifts at a wine and spirits distributor in Aurora. On September 17th, Alberto failed to show up for his 6 a.m. shift. This wasn't like him. His family, always in close contact, couldn't reach him or Zoraida. By Sunday evening, worry had turned into panic. A concerned family member finally contacted the police, requesting a welfare check. The call came in at 8:43 p.m., prompting officers to visit their residence on the 500 block of Concord Avenue in Romeoville.
I'm calling for my daughter, Zoraida Bartolomé. She lives Concord Avenue, Romeoville, Illinois, and we haven't heard from her or her husband or her children during the whole day. No answering the phone. If somebody can go by the house and check them. Because the husband, they called from his work that he didn't show up to work. And he never, he's always at work.
Okay, give me 1 second. Did you last hear from your daughter?
All day today, I haven't heard from her.
But when did you last talk to her? Yeah,
last night.
Last night? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to send officers over to check on her, and somebody will give you a call back, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. That's what we're here for.
Neighbors hadn't heard or seen anything unusual. It was just another quiet day in their peaceful neighborhood, or so they thought. Someone had a plan, and the Bartolomé Rolón family was at the center of it. But the mastermind behind it all remained out of sight, pulling the strings from the dark. The officers rolled up to the house at a little over 9 p.m. It was a routine welfare check, but the vibe felt off. They quickly spread out, moving fast, ready for anything. The house didn't look right. Something had gone down here.
There's a light on one of the back ones. The back one?
Hey, I got a TV knocked over and a coffee table knocked over. Romeoville 367. Can we get another unit to Camden, please? Everything's done for.
Backup was on the way. It was all hands on deck now. They moved fast, stepping around the side.
No, we're gonna go on that side because there's a gate over there.
He's going really far to get the number.
Alright. You see the TV in the, Hey, hold on, wait. You look on this window? Nothing?
Are you able to see? Oh, that's all the shit closed.
Lights are all off? 3 cars?
No, there's, nothing in this room.
Compton, the lights are off. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
And, no, there's lights on the back room. You can see it through that second.
Go in the backyard real quick.
They reached the back. The door was locked, but it didn't stop them. They needed in.
Keep an eye on that garage, yeah? Let's go. See if you can peek in the back. There's a window, right? Yeah. Here, I'll cover this window. This window's open. No, it's not.
Oh God. Dogs are dead. 2 dead dogs.
It wasn't just broken furniture anymore. The horror was real.
I need more units here. Hold this.
350.
They weren't waiting for backup. They weren't slowing down. They weren't sure what they were walking into, but they knew they needed to be ready.
We'll do back. 50, you have a ram? We're going to make entry through the back door. No, but I got 2 dead dogs. TV's knocked over, and a cocktail was flipped over in the front room.
You going in back?
You with me.
We're coming up 23.
You guys hold the front, okay? From a position of cover, please. I don't know if anybody's in there or not.
You got another door right here.
Hey, you know what? Hey, one of you guys holding this one. One of you guys holding the front.
There were no other side doors, right?
No, not that I know of.
Here we go.
Hey, Ron.
Yep.
Here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm gonna boot it. We're gonna go nice and slow, all right?
The back door was kicked in. They moved in fast, clearing rooms as they went. They moved on, not stopping. They had to find out what was really going on. Then it happened.
Drake, you stay behind me.
Right when we get here, there's going to be 1 dead dog. You gotta get over.
Hey, no, you're behind me,
To
okay?
the left, there's a 2nd dead dog.
You stay in the back of the stack. You watch our 6 as we move through the house, okay? Corey, come up here, cover this door, this window.
Got it.
This lights is dead.
Christmas gift.
Here, come on, shoot.
Fight.
No, I got one.
Check the door.
Here,
Door
cover
first.
the window. What do you see, Corey? Boom, move up.
399, I'm 23. I got nothing. Move it up.
How many dead dogs you got?
We got 1 dead dog right here. We got a 2nd dead dog over to the left.
To the front. All right, watch out. Watch out.
Hey, why don't you check the door handle first?
Stand by. Door's open. All right. Hold on.
Dispatch, Romeo 315. 132 traffic.
Very good driver, please. All right, Ron.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
I'm with you, Ron. Romeo, please, anybody here? Move up.
Go.
Romeo, please, anybody here?
Body. All right.
The officers stepped into the next room and found it. All 4 family members, Zoraida, Alberto, and their 2 young sons, were found dead, along with their 3 dogs. Each had been shot, and the police quickly ruled out the possibility of a murder-suicide. From the start, investigators believed this was a calculated attack. But why this family? They had just started building their dream life. Who would go to such lengths to destroy everything they had worked for? Neighbors, still in shock, couldn't fathom how something so brutal could happen on their quiet street. Oddly, no one reported hearing gunshots. The investigation began to pick up steam as detectives combed through digital evidence, cell phone records, text messages, and footage from nearby Ring cameras. One person of interest emerged, Nathaniel Huey Jr. Huey owned a private security company called Black Bear Security. He had weapons and a military-like discipline that piqued investigators' interest. Adding to the intrigue, Nathaniel had a personal connection to Zoraida. On the morning after the murders, September 18, 2023, Nathaniel went to work as if it were any other day. Investigators paid him a visit there, hoping to find answers. When asked about his relationship with Zoraida, he admitted they had been involved.
So, what can you tell us?
I know about the relationship that stemmed from here.
Their connection had started casually and then evolved into something more over a few months. They had plans to move forward together, but their relationship had been discreet. Zoraida didn't want to disrupt her life too openly, and Nathaniel respected that. He mentioned their last conversation. She had called him on Thursday. Later, when he tried reaching out, a mutual friend suggested he check the news. That's when he saw something that caught his attention, footage of Zoraida's home. The detectives pressed further. Nathaniel estimated about a year, though their relationship began only a few months ago.
So have you ever, you guys worked here together for how long?
Like about a year.
About a year together? Okay.
Yeah. But like we kind of like had like a relationship for like, I think it was like since
May, okay. May, June, July. It's like 4 months, 5 months. Were you guys still like talking about, possibly moving forward, or did you guys call it off, or what happened?
No, like we were still supposed to be like moving forward with them.
Did she say she's gonna leave her husband or anything? She did? Okay.
When questioned about whether he'd ever had contact with Zoraida's husband, Alberto, Nathaniel denied it firmly.
Have you ever had any contact with him?
No.
He described looking for places to live nearby. The detectives shifted their questions to how they kept in touch.
I was looking for a place closer over by there. Just because she didn't want to move out of the area for her kid.
How did you guys mainly get in touch with each other?
A couple different ways, like social media or not really texting that much because we're kind of trying to keep it low.
Yeah. So like when you say social media, like Facebook or Snapchat, or which one?
Like Snapchat, Instagram posts, we kind of just like indirectly message each other.
Nathaniel admitted they rarely texted, opting instead for social media platforms like Snapchat and Instagram, nothing that could be easily traced. He explained that Zoraida preferred to keep things low profile. He even deleted accounts or messages when necessary. When asked about his marital status, Nathaniel hesitated.
So when you guys, are you married?
Like, yeah, but not paper. But like, we're not didn't go to court. They like, official.
So like church married, but not paper married?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, he left gaps in his story.
Are you still with her or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand. I mean, we're married. I understand why you want to keep it on the down low, so.
Yeah.
They pressed him on whether his wife knew about his affair. Nathaniel quickly dismissed the idea. She had no clue. The detectives asked about Zoraida's husband. Had there been contact? Threats? He described Zoraida's husband as aloof, someone more interested in his computer games than keeping tabs on her.
Does your wife, or whatever, do you call her your wife or your girlfriend? Does she have any idea of anything going on? No? Okay.
Not at all.
And we already asked you if you had any contact with him, but has she ever told you like she thinks he's onto you guys or anything?
No, she always said like he was real chill.
It wasn't just what Nathaniel said that mattered. It was everything he wasn't saying. The detectives weren't letting up, and the questions kept coming. Hotels and secret meetups were their thing.
You're both trying to not get caught, and yeah, it makes sense. And would that be at like when you guys get hotels?
Yeah.
No drama, no fights, just two people sneaking around and trying to keep it quiet.
I have to ask, and you know that your number is going to be in her phone, and we're going to find your text messages, and we're going to find that stuff, and I want to get a surprise later on that you guys are fighting, or that there was something going on between you two, or just three of you that I don't know about, Nothing like that.
Nobody was threatening anybody. We were fighting.
The detectives reminded him that nothing stays secret forever. Texts, Snapchats, even license plate readers, they'd be looking at all of it. When they brought up rumors, especially about her dating anyone else, Nathaniel shut that down. Before they wrapped up, they made it clear this was his chance to spill anything important.
And did she ever tell you, like, I'm worried, I'm scared of my husband, or I'm worried, I'm scared of a neighbor?
He didn't seem like threatening. The reason like we were like really like taking everything like really slow is because like he just seemed like he was just a pretty nice, easygoing guy. But like just kind of one of those things of like, she's not happy.
Nathaniel seemed uneasy, and detectives tried to ease things a bit.
I'm just trying to judge like your guys. You're obviously upset, and I should have started with, sorry for your loss. I know it's not your wife, but it's somebody you're in a relationship with, and you're in a weird spot because now you have to go home and pretend like
nothing happened. Yeah. That's what I'm not home now.
They pressed him for more details, like whether moving slow had caused any arguments. He shook his head.
Everybody thinks Snapchat, Instagram, all that, it's like they call it Instagram. It goes away as soon as you look at it. It's not true. The company stores it for like 90 days. We're going to be able to get it and bring it back. And I don't care about your personal life, and if there's stuff in there that you're worried about, we're not.
No, you'll just see like a bunch of lovey-dovey shit.
Yeah.
We'd be like, we just post it like to the store, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we know who it's for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He explained how they'd talk every day, and it seemed like his wife had started catching on.
We were talking like every day, and like I said, like it kind of felt like that. And my wife was like, kind of getting wind, so it felt like it was being sloppy. Like I said,
yeah,
she didn't deserve to like get slapped in the face with that shit. So, it's like we shouldn't like be talking like so much,
So just kind of like backed off and.
Yeah, but like because we see each other here all day. Every day. You know what I'm saying?
He made a vague comment about how things started feeling slappy, whatever that meant. Maybe he just didn't want to say messy outright, but the way he said it sounded awkward. Detectives then shifted gears, asking more direct questions.
Obviously, we're going to stay in touch with you. I'd ask, a couple more questions. Might be a little hard for you, but are you willing to take a polygraph test if ever needed?
I guess.
And then DNA, swab in your mouth if needed?
He had no reason not to. He agreed to that too. He tried to keep his cool, but it wasn't hard to tell he was angry. He admitted he had strong feelings for her, something different, something real. The detectives let him vent. Then they handed him a business card and walked out. But as they were ready to leave, the sergeant interrupted the detectives and told them to look more closely into Nathaniel's phone.
So we were talking with the bosses, and they said, well, we already went through phones. They already got one half of the conversation. And you said you talked to her on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'd like, or what we're asking for, is consent to get the text messages off your phone between you and her, to Snapchat or whatever it is between you, so we have both sides of it. We're trying to eliminate you as a suspect, but...
It's on the computer, right? You can get it out of the computer.
No, we have to take the phone, we plug it in, we take it out, and then we give your phone back.
Nathaniel resisted. He didn't want others looking through his personal messages.
It feels like you're pretty suspect enough, man.
Well, I'm not joking with you. We anytime somebody dies, you look at the husband, the boyfriend.
The detectives then tried a softer approach.
I mean, on our side of it, we can get a search warrant, to go through the phone, and it's take a little longer. But on the fastest way would be consent, pull it off, and give your phone back. Than it would be to, and again, I explained to you earlier.
Still, he remained hesitant, repeatedly suggesting he could bring the phone by later.
How about this? How about I come see you guys later today after work or something like that? Because I got other shit in there that I don't necessarily want you to be like looking at. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
They pointed out how deleting any messages or data could be perceived as suspicious.
It will show what was deleted. So the computer shows everything. Like just now, when you open up the phone to show me that text message, when I plugged in the computer, it's going to say, at this date, at this time, somebody opened up a text message, and the text message read blah, blah, blah. So if you just delete some photographs that you don't like, then you're right, that'll show in there, and we don't really care about that. But if it shows you deleted a shitload of text messages and this, it's going to show you did that. And it's going to make you look guilty again. And again, I'm not threatening you. I'm not baiting you. I'm trying to be like, man to man, honest with you,
I
I'm
get
trying
what
to
you're saying.
eliminate you as a suspect, and
I get
doing
what you're
suspicious
saying.
things between here and there could hurt you.
Despite their persistence, he didn't budge and walked out. The detectives let him walk out, but stopped him in his tracks with another request. They emphasized that they were being as thorough as possible now to avoid having to come back later. They want him to start cooperating.
Well, I'm sure you would want us to be this thorough for your family too. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we're doing. I do want to get some DNA samples, if that's okay.
That's
All right.
The detectives made a significant step forward when they collected a DNA sample without resistance. However, his demeanor changed when he was asked to consent to a search of his vehicle.
One last thing, before we drive out of the parking lot, will you give us consent to look in your Denali just for like blood or something?
There's no blood in my car. I haven't done anything.
I believe you,
We believe
but
you.
it's
100% believe you.
so now we're at the point where we just got to check off everything off our list, so that there's, like I said, dude, you're in a relationship with her, and that's what we're going off of, okay?
Yeah.
And we want to be as thorough as possible, and part of being thorough is that we just want to take a look inside, because if we didn't do that, we wouldn't be doing our job. You know what I'm saying?
The doors.
They emphasized that searching the car would help clear him from suspicion, yet he hesitated. He wanted legal representation before allowing the search. They assured him that their questions and requests were standard procedure, not personal accusations. The detectives, while understanding his position, reminded him of the gravity of the case.
No, we have no reason to lie.
We're dealing 4 dead people here. We're dealing with 4 dead people. And that's why we're trying to be accommodating. We're trying to be nice, but at the end of the day, I have to answer for them 4 people. So I'm going to do what I got to do to solve this case. And so, like I said, I wanted to move on to maybe there's a better suspect somewhere.
In the end, the detectives respected his decision for now. They had to walk the fine line between respecting rights and uncovering the truth. Nathaniel flat out refused to let police search his GMC Yukon that day. But later that same day, something caught their attention. He was seen transferring a bag filled with firearms from his Yukon to someone else. That bag and its contents were seized, but it only added to the list of suspicious behavior stacking up against him. His access to weapons and his ties to Zoraida made him someone worth investigating further. But was he capable of orchestrating such an act? And if he wasn't, who else might have been pulling the strings? Detectives couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this story. Someone was working behind the scenes. Someone whose presence was just beginning to come into focus. On September 19th, 2023, a day after Nathaniel was questioned, investigators turned their attention to Ermelinda Palomo. She had been close to Nathaniel for years, sharing a home and a complicated relationship. Ermelinda and Nathaniel had been together for 8 years. They both brought their own families into the mix. He had 3 children, while she had 5. For years, their blended household existed under Nathaniel's unpredictable and dangerous shadow. Nathaniel's behavior was very suspicious, and the detectives found out someone was threatening Zoraida. Detectives knew they needed answers fast, so they knocked on Ermelinda's door.
Hello. Hi, Ermelinda. My name is Detective Garcia.
Hello.
From the Romeo Police Department. This is Detective Wagner.
Hello.
I know you know what's going on and why you were here. Okay? I know you were talking on the phone with your husband right now.
Husband
Okay.
or boyfriend?
It's just a boyfriend.
Okay. Does he live here with you? How long have you guys been together?
2015.
Okay. We're investigating a murder. Okay?
The detectives mentioned they had retrieved text messages from phones connected to the case.
Who murdered someone?
So, we have in our possession some phones, okay? And in those phones, we're doing what it's called a phone dump. So what happens is if anybody's talking on a text app that you can download, for example, Text Now, we can retrieve those messages.
Okay.
We have retrieved those messages, all right? We've read them. They're pretty clear that somebody's pretty upset at the victim, okay? Is there any way that these text messages are going to come back to you? Or your name, or your phone, or anything associated with that? Okay.
She didn't give much away, but the weight of the situation was clear in her expression. The detectives then suggested moving the conversation elsewhere. They didn't want her boyfriend influencing the discussion.
So we'd like to speak with you without him present. Are you okay with that?
Sure, do you want me to walk away?
Wherever you're comfortable.
Wherever you're comfortable, right?
Well, the dogs are all around, so...
Oh yeah, but we're out front of the house in the backyard, right? I'm not saying go in the house, but we can talk with you out over here. If you're okay with that, we can go over by my car if you'd like.
Let me get my jacket.
Okay.
Sure.
Once in the police car, they drove to a nearby park. When asked why she seemed on edge, she revealed she had called Nathaniel earlier out of fear.
Why are you scared of him?
Oh, I'm not scared. Well,
Okay. Why are you scared right now?
because when I called him, because I was scared, I didn't know where he was.
Okay.
He said, someone's following me.
Okay.
So I called. And then I heard him say, why are you following me? Do you want to search the car? And then someone said to him, there are messages from you, and it's because her husband found out you were having an affair. And I didn't know that.
You didn't know what?
That he was having an affair.
Okay.
She only just learned Nathaniel had been unfaithful again. This wasn't the first time. As she recounted their history, the years of mistrust began to spill out.
When's the last time you knew you had an affair?
When we first started dating.
2015?
2015 to maybe 17. You know what? His son was born, and he said, I'm not having any more affairs. I'm not cheating on you.
Okay.
Stupidly.
Okay.
Do I know if he stopped? No, I don't know. So then I had a party at my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I fell asleep, and apparently he said someone killed him, and that was thought. So I don't know, maybe it was 2019?
Okay.
She confessed that trusting him had always been a challenge. Though she wanted to believe the affairs had ended, there was always a shadow of doubt. She had a vague sense that there were many.
I don't know names. I know that they said one time to me that he's probably with a lot of people.
Okay.
But he had recently said, I haven't been with a lot of people. I don't know.
Do you trust him?
I obviously can't trust him now, can I?
Ermelinda admitted that she had asked Nathaniel directly and he had always denied cheating. But the truth always seemed to surface eventually.
I mean, obviously you get upset over it.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to hold it back right now. But like I said, I thought we went through years. I mean, yeah, I had said he was doing security, and I had said to him, are you cheating on me? And he said, no, you know what? They flirt with me, but I don't fall into that.
It seemed innocent enough, but the mention of airsoft guns led to more questions about firearms. She admitted to owning guns, a Glock, a rifle, and a few others, but claimed they weren't in the house.
And airsoft gun.
Okay.
He has an airsoft gun. That's it.
How sure are you that he doesn't have a gun?
I'm actually very positive.
Okay.
You've never ever seen him with a gun?
Well, we go to the range and we'll shoot.
So he has a FOID card?
No, he does not.
So how does he shoot?
I have a FOID card.
Okay.
Do you own any guns?
Yes, I do.
What do you own? What kind of guns?
I have a Glock.
Mm-hmm.
Her son, who had a strained relationship with Nathaniel, was aware the guns were in his trunk.
My question is, would there be any reason why Huey would grab that gun without your knowledge?
No.
There's no way?
She hesitated when describing the guns, struggling to recall details.
You just have the two? The two guns? Are there any more?
I have 4.
4 guns?
4.
Are they all handguns?
No.
What are the other?
Well, you know what? There's one that's a handgun, but it's not. It's a rifle.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of.
I saw it. I would rather than me think about it because I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm hurt. I would rather just take them to you.
Okay,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Why are you scared?
Because Because I can't believe he cheated on me again.
Were the guns truly just sitting in her son's car, or was there another reason for her vagueness? And why had Nathaniel's name suddenly stirred such fear in her voice? Was it fear of him, or fear of what his actions might reveal?
I'm gonna give you a few names, alright? You tell me if you ever heard these names before.
Sure.
Zoraida Bartolonzi.
I was in his car, and on his thing, that name came up. I said, who is that? It was 4 a.m.
When was it?
I don't know.
That name wasn't familiar to her, but it stuck out. She asked him who it was.
Okay, so what did he say that who was this person?
He said nobody. It's a false call or something like that.
She wanted to press him on it, but the timing wasn't right. She'd been drinking, and he was good at sidestepping her questions. But the name lingered in her mind. Was he hiding something? The calls came more than once, and the name kept popping up. Her gut told her something wasn't right, but she'd brushed it off. When the detectives brought up Alberto Rolon, she was genuinely puzzled.
I'm hoping that he is being honest with me.
Do you have access to your phone records on your phone?
On my...
on your phone? Like, do you have your phone on right now?
No.
Is at the house?
Yeah.
Who's your phone carrier?
T-Mobile.
So both of your phones are T-Mobile phones?
Yes. All 3 of us. You're right. I should have done more. I don't know why. I don't have an answer for that. The only thing I can say is I'm broken, and you're right. I should be talking to a therapist. I'm sorry.
What about a man by the name of Alberto Rolon?
Have I ever heard of a man?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Have you ever met Zoraida?
No.
Have seen a picture of her?
No.
So that name comes up to you because you saw it.
That name meant nothing to her. She hadn't heard of him, never met him, and couldn't place it anywhere in her memory.
So when we asked your husband if he knew this person, Zoraida, he said, I've never heard that name. Why would he be lying to us?
I don't know. I don't know.
Should I believe him?
I don't know. Please don't tell him I said
We're not
this.
going to tell him anything.
I thought that you guys said to him he was having an affair. Somebody said he's having an affair.
Okay. Well, that is probably very accurate. But we're not here to put him on have a trial on whether or not he had an affair, okay? We have a matter of someone lost their life.
By Saturday morning, they were hungover, yet they had to run a few errands.
What I would like to ask you is, on either Friday or Saturday night, did he go out with his friends?
No.
Did he work?
Friday night? No, he was with me.
Saturday night?
No. Okay, this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
When I get a chance to be with him, I'm with him.
Okay.
So Friday night, we started drinking, and we were at home, and we were drinking and drinking and drinking. We drink a lot. Okay. We probably fell asleep. He sleeps in the garage. I sleep in my room.
Why does he sleep in the garage?
Because he says that he's more comfortable in the garage. But
is there a bed in there?
No, it's a couch.
He sleeps on a couch in the garage. Garage isn't finished.
Mm-mm. But he was with the kids playing GTA.
Okay.
Sunday was similarly uneventful. Nathaniel was present throughout the day and went to bed early. For each day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the story remained consistent. Nathaniel was at home, either with family or sleeping in the garage.
Did you go anywhere Saturday night then?
No, I was home. Well, it wasn't night. It was afternoon. No, I did not. I was here.
Are you telling me the truth?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be covering for Nate at all?
No, he was here. Even my daughter said he was here.
They asked for her cell phone number and, importantly, access to her cell phone records.
If I were to ask if you can email me your month's cell phone records, would you do that?
Yes.
Would you not tell him if you do that for me?
And nobody's going to tell anybody?
No.
Here's my card. My email's at the bottom. Every month, I know you get a cell phone bill, and all the phone calls are recorded and phone numbers and stuff.
The next steps in the investigation would depend heavily on the data Ermelinda provided. The detectives asked her if she could hand over her phone now, and they could extract the data right now rather than waiting for her email. Ermelinda assured them he had never been violent with her. He is just physically intimidating. She emphasized that he had never laid a hand on her.
Right. I mean, for what, you said about 8 years now? 2015.
No, he hasn't been into like a fight or anything.
Not even with you?
Well, arguing?
He's never pushed you?
No.
Just yelling?
No,
screaming?
yeah, no. He has never touched me. Absolutely not.
She clearly drew a line between the affair and the case. She didn't believe him capable of violence, let alone taking a life.
You know, I would love to say people change, and I would love him to change. I thought he did change, and I understand this is not about an affair, but for me, it's about an affair.
Toward the end of the interview, the detectives brought up text messages tied to certain phone numbers.
Remember when we first met you at the door, I told you that we had some text messages?
Yes.
With phone numbers?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to find out who those phone numbers belong to.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason why those numbers will come back to you?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
Are those my numbers?
I don't know that yet. We're looking into it. But what I'm saying is there any reason why they would come back to you?
No.
Because all that, either if it's from the phone or if it's from like a third-party app, all that stuff we can look and get the subscriber information.
Understand.
And if that is in your name, the phones, it's going to come back to you.
As the interview ended, the detectives dropped her off and watched her leave. If they'd known what was coming, they might have asked her to stay a little longer. 3 days had passed since the murders, and Nathaniel could feel the walls closing in. The police were getting closer, and he knew it wouldn't be long before they find the incriminating text messages on his phone. It was time for him to run. But before disappearing, he had one last thing to do. He needed to leave his children with his mother and explain why he had to go. He couldn't keep the truth from her any longer. Nathaniel confessed to his mother. He was following orders, and the cartel's orders had been clear. The Bartolome Rolón family had to be eliminated, or his own life was at risk. For Nathaniel, it wasn't about vengeance. It was about staying alive. He sat across from his mother and recounted the night in detail. The plan had been simple: make it look like a break-in and throw the investigators off track. He sliced through the 2 window screens with a knife to stage a forced entry. He then slipped in through the unlocked kitchen door. Alberto was the first to respond to the noise. Nathaniel hadn't expected anyone to react so fast. As Alberto moved toward the kitchen, Nathaniel raised his gun and fired. The first shot struck him, but Alberto didn't go down without a fight. He turned, trying to shield his family, and ran toward the bedrooms. Nathaniel followed, opening a barrage of bullets in his direction. He finished him before he could reach the bedroom. From behind a bedroom door, he heard Zoraida. He hesitated for a split second, then fired through the door. The bullets found her. When the door swung open, he saw the children clinging to their mother. He stepped into the room, aimed, and kept firing until everything went still. To mislead the police, he flipped tables, smashed a window, and spray-painted random gang signs on the walls. Every detail was meant to look like the work of teenagers. He didn't even spare the family's dogs. One was in a bedroom, the other 2 in the kitchen. They were barking and growling, so he shot them too. 20 rounds fired. 4 human lives ended, all in a desperate attempt to satisfy the demands of the cartel. Nathaniel didn't know who they were. He had never seen their faces, only received orders through encrypted messages. All he knew was that refusing them wasn't an option. He disposed of the gun and clothes, taking care to leave no trail back to him. But he knew the phone messages would be his undoing. The cartel had given him orders, but they hadn't protected him from the fallout. It was only a matter of time before the police pieced it all together. Nathaniel's mind raced as he sat staring at his phone, the screen glowing with encrypted messages from the cartel. The messages say he had messed up. He hadn't followed all the instructions. He was supposed to take Zoraida and Alberto's phones to ensure no trace of the crime could lead back to him. But in the chaos, he had forgotten. Now he had to explain himself to the cartel. He typed out a message, apologizing for leaving the phones behind. The reply was quick and clear. They weren't pleased, but they weren't ready to burn him yet. Back at home, Nathaniel's behavior began to change, and it didn't go unnoticed. Ermelinda's daughters picked up on it first. They noticed how distant he had become, spending more and more time in the garage. He was no longer the same Nathaniel they had known. Meanwhile, Ermelinda remained unusually composed, as though she knew more than she let on. For years, Nathaniel believed he was tangled with a ruthless cartel. The names, the roles, the hierarchies, all of it seemed real. There were bosses, hitmen, hackers, and intricate plans. But it was all a lie. The cartel didn't exist. It was Ermelinda. She had orchestrated everything, down to the smallest detail. Using a network of fake social media accounts, she created an elaborate illusion of a drug cartel that didn't just give orders, but terrified Nathaniel into complete obedience. Ermelinda's scheme wasn't just about power, it was deeply personal. Nathaniel had been having an affair with Zoraida. Ermelinda saw the affair as a betrayal she couldn't tolerate. Ermelinda used the fake cartel to plant the idea that Zoraida was a mole, a threat to his life and everyone he cared about. Nathaniel, already paranoid, believed every word. He thought Zoraida was working against him, ready to expose him. Ermelinda had spent years controlling Nathaniel's every move. The cartel, the orders, the threats, they were all her. It was Ermelinda all along. Zoraida and her family had been receiving threats for months before the murders. These were frequent enough that coworkers and family members knew about them. Zoraida had confided in them about her growing fear, but no one reported it to the authorities. After the murders, Nathaniel plotted their escape. He thought they could flee to Mexico where the cartel would protect them. First, they stopped at a Target. Shortly after, a flock camera system picked up their vehicle at a Walmart in Catoosa, Oklahoma. Inside the store, surveillance footage showed the couple casually shopping in the electronics and makeup aisles, smiling and chatting like nothing had happened. Police initially believed Ermelinda might be abducted, but the Walmart footage told a different story. She appeared calm, composed, and even cheerful. The couple left the store carrying their purchases, completely unaware that officers were already watching them from the parking lot. As Nathaniel and Ermelinda drove away, officers followed. When police attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the situation escalated into a high-speed chase. The pursuit ended when their GMC swerved into the center divider and crashed. After the crash, a fire broke out in the vehicle. What happened next was even more horrific.
Car's on fire! Get out of the car!
What's your background?
Get out of the vehicle! Get out!
There you go.
Yep.
There's a win. Oh, you want to go in it? Go in it. Let's go.
Yes. On your right. Move up to your right behind you. I got door. Do not see movement. No movement. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out now! Come out now!
They're making eye contact.
I don't see anything. Got your cover. Cover. Got it.
Nathaniel shot Ermelinda in the head and then turned the gun on himself. The first shot didn't kill him, so he fired again. Ermelinda, gravely injured, was rushed to the hospital, but later succumbed to her injuries. Nathaniel died at the scene.
Get her. Got cover.
Grab her belt.
You got that door? Can't see.
Where's fire? Get fire extinguisher at least.
Fire, go ahead and come up here. We need an extinguisher. Behind you. I got driver door. Get a baton!
Moving to your left. Go ahead.
He likely never realized the cartel he feared was fake. Ermelinda's lies culminated in the deaths of 6 people, including 2 children. Ermelinda wasn't just a jealous woman. She was someone who took control of someone else's reality. Nathaniel may have been the one to pull the trigger, but the person pulling the strings was Ermelinda. She's the one who created this scenario, and her influence will forever haunt the lives she touched. Thanks for watching. If you found this case as mind-blowing as we did, make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell for more investigations like this one. Drop a comment with your thoughts. What do you think about this deception? Don't forget to like and share with anyone who needs to know what can happen when lies spiral out of control. We'll catch you in the next one.